3 months after the night she walked out of those iron gates, Nora Reed opened a small restaurant in the city where her mother was born. No mansion, no marble countertops.
No locked doors, just a stove and 4 walls, and the smell of pepper soup filling every corner.
She named it after the only person who deserved it. One word. No explanation needed. If you knew, you knew. And the people who mattered always did.
You know people are going to ask about the name.
Good. Then I get to tell them about her.
She would have loved this place.
She already does.
Marcus Webb's story had run in 17 countries. It had won 2 awards and generated enough evidence to keep federal investigators busy for the next 3 years.
He had aged about 5 years in 3 months. But his eyes were the eyes of a man who had done the thing he was put on this earth to do.
You cooked for me?
You put my mother's name in the first line. The least I can do is feed you.
Nora, this is extraordinary.
I know. She taught me. Gerald Weston had surrendered his passport 3 weeks after the story broke. His lawyers were good.
But the documents were better.
And 20 years of silence has a way of collapsing very fast once the first person starts talking.
Gerald entered a formal agreement with investigators last Tuesday. Full cooperation in exchange for reduced charges.
His lawyers called it a strategic decision. He cooperated to save himself.
Yes. But it means Victor Hale gets the full weight of everything. And Victor does not have Gerald's lawyers.
Good.
Diana Weston had written to Marcus 3 weeks after the story ran, not to dispute anything, not to defend anyone, just to add one thing that had not made it into the original article, one thing only Diana knew.
She wrote it herself, no lawyers, no statement, just a letter. She wanted you to have it.
She tried to stop them. The night my mother died, Diana tried to stop Gerald and Victor, and they ignored her. She has been living inside that guilt for 20 years.
What do you want to do with it?
Nothing. It stays between her and whatever she has to live with. She had not been back here since she was 11 years old. She had avoided this place for 20 years because she had told herself she would only come back when it was done. It was done.
I kept my promise. Every single part of it. The whole world knows your name now. They know what you were fighting for. They know who you were. And I named the restaurant after you. It is small, but the food is good. You would have had opinions about everything, and I would have loved every single one of them.
She had spent 20 years not allowing herself to be held. Not properly. Not the way that nothing of you except to let someone else carry the weight for just a moment. She was done not allowing herself things.
How was it?
Good. Really good, actually. She would have liked you.
You think?
She had a weakness for people who make tea without being asked.
Opening night sold out in 4 hours. Marcus had mentioned the restaurant in one line at the end of his 3rd follow-up piece. That was all it took. People came because they knew the story. They came back because of the food.
Is this the restaurant named after Rose Reed?
It is.
My family lost our home, but knowing she fought for us,
she never forgot any of you.
He had never cooked a day in his life before she walked into his father's kitchen. Now he spent every evening learning at hers. He was not good yet, but he was getting better.
And he showed up every single night, which Nora had decided was the most important ingredient.
Is this right?
Almost. The garnish goes on last, always.
Why always?
Because the last thing people see is what they remember. Presentation is the final argument.
Is that cooking advice or life advice?
In my kitchen, they are the same thing. The last guest left at 11:17. Nora sat at her own count in her own restaurant in the city where her mother was born and felt something she had not felt since she was 10 years old. Before everything. Something so simple it almost did not have a name. You made tea.
I always make tea.
Ethan, I think I am actually just genuinely happy.
Good. You have earned every single second of it.
Pauline Greer had left the Weston estate the morning after everything fell apart. 19 years of her life packed into 2 suitcases.
she had written to Nora once. Nora had written back. They would never be friends. But they had arrived at something quieter and more honest than that. You did the right thing when it mattered most. That is more than most manage. I hope you find something that is only yours. You deserve that much. So do you, Miss Reed. So do you.
Nora had stopped checking the news every morning. She had stopped counting the days. Her mother had taught her the most powerful thing a person can do is not wait for the world to catch up. Just keep cooking, keep showing up.
Does it still bother you, the waiting?
It used to keep me up at night. Now I just let Marcus handle that part. I have a kitchen to run. people to feed. That is what I can control. That is what I choose to focus on.
Your mother would have said exactly that.
I know. I learned from the best. Nora hosted one dinner. It was not on the public menu. 6 people whose families had been displaced by the Weston Hale development. She had tracked down every one of them. It had taken 4 months. She had not told anyone she was doing it.
These are the families?
My mother was fighting for them. I thought they deserved a meal. A proper one. With someone at the stove who knows what she would have made them.
Nora.
Do not make me cry before service. I mean it, Ethan.
She cooked for 4 hours. Every dish something her mother had made. Every plate a memory. Every course a chapter of a life that had been cut short but never diminished. By the time dessert arrived, 3 people at the table were crying, and one of them was laughing at the same time, and Nora decided that was exactly how her mother would have wanted it.
Your mother came to our door the week before she died. She told us she was going to fight for us. We never got to thank her.
She knew. She always knew when she was doing the right thing. She did not need the thank you.
You are so much like her.
I know. I am working on it every single day.
Rose Reed was 34 years old when she walked into the wrong house at the wrong time for all the right reasons. Her daughter spent 20 years making sure that meant something.
And on a quiet evening in a small restaurant that smelled of pepper soup and possibility, Nora Reed finally understood that the mission was never really about justice. It was about love, the most stubborn, unstoppable kind, the kind that outlasts everything thrown against it, the kind that builds restaurants and after the people it lost, and keeps cooking. Because that is what love does. It keeps cooking.
Ready?
Yes.